What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Palate, where you can find fast and easy to prepare home cooked meals that are fresh and delicious. My name is Brian, and I used to own a gourmet food truck back in the heyday of street food. Our menu concept was Melts, which is basically a glorified, yummy, gooey grilled cheese. All of this deliciousness will come to you in time. Today, I'll prepare for you a game day appetizer. You heard it right, my very first appetizer demonstration on Palate. We're at the end of the football season, and it's literally around the corner. Let's dive right into my personal favorite appetizer, oven-baked buffalo chicken wings. The end result will be a juicy on the inside and crispy and caramelized on the outside chicken wing that is packed with flavor and is not so fiery hot. I'll also show you how you can prepare your own easy, made from scratch ranch dip you can make well ahead of time. Let's get to it.
Alright guys, let's begin. I've taken out 1 dozen chicken wings that were thawed out overnight on the bottom shelf of our fridge. As you see, I laid the chicken on a covered baking sheet with aluminum foil and set a rack on top, which I'll explain later. Now I'm using paper towels to dry the exterior of the chicken to help make the wings crispy. Don't forget to turn them over and dry both sides. Next, I transfer the chicken to a prep bowl so I can coat them with flavor. Here are our dry ingredients, but before we add that in, we want to lightly coat the chicken with avocado oil. Go in with a gentle toss and massage that on real well. This is garlic powder, like Gordon Ramsay says, onion powder in. Then we move in with salt and pepper in. Who am I kidding? I can't impersonate anyone, let alone anyone with a British accent. The last and final ingredient before we rack them up for the oven is baking powder. This will help bring a little crisp to your chicken wings. Alright, they're ready to go into the middle rack of your preheated oven. It should be on bake for 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Okay, now we move on to our next step. While our chicken is cooking away, we can work on our wing sauce. First, we fire up your burner to medium-high so your cooking pot is ready to go. Here we're pouring in some of the famous Frank's original red hot sauce, which you can use by itself for your wings. I mean, you know, if you enjoy an occasional sinus clearing. So we just move that sauce around. I like to use a balloon whisk. I feel it's easier to move ingredients in a small pot especially. And here we're adding honey. I like to buy local, raw, and 100% natural honey. I can eat that stuff by itself. Oh man, it's so good. And finally, our last ingredient is butter. I use unsalted butter straight from the fridge for some of that sexy silkiness. We turn that down to low, add in our remaining butter. The honey and butter, by the way, help cut through the spicy kick you get from good old Frankie sauce. So this whole entire sauce making process will take you less than 5 minutes. Our 20 minutes are up, and I'm taking out our rack for a quick flip. Oh, that's looking good, my friends. Now they're in the oven. Set it for 30 more minutes. That's 50 minutes total bake time. right, 50 minutes have gone by and our chicken has crisped up a little bit. Now it's saucing time. Alright, this is how I get my exercise, guys. Turn and toss, turn and toss. Check that out, yeah. Our next step is to achieve a caramelization on your chicken wings. We do that by changing the setting on your oven to broil, transfer the sauce chicken back onto the rack, and place the baking tray on the top rack for a quick broil. I wouldn't close the door for more than 15 to 20 seconds. You really need to keep an eye on your chicken at this point. Black char on your wings, in my opinion, will ruin the flavor and texture. That's looking fantastic. Oh man. Before plating, we give them one final sauce. This here is homemade ranch dip I prepared the night before. To make your dip, you'll need just a few ingredients. I use some homemade mayo here, sour cream, dried parsley, dried dill, garlic powder, salt and pepper in, some freshly squeezed lemon juice, and last but certainly not least, a few drops of Worcestershire sauce. Did I pronounce that right? I used to say Worcestershire. Embarrassing. Anyways, we are now moving on to the mixing portion of our ranch dip making. We cover it with some saran wrap and into the fridge it goes. At last, guys, it's presentation time. That looks so good.
Hey guys, we reached the end of our video, and there's something I should probably mention about the chicken. If you're in a pinch for time, I would avoid ice glazed and water chilled. Instead, I would look to find an air chilled product, and possibly even better, the chicken in the display case at your local grocer's butcher department. I would say there's a thaw time difference between 8 to 24 hours. So if you don't have that luxury, that would be your best bet. Definitely, I would say, game changer, pun intended. I do apologize. We do have a fan that is on in the background. I don't think I have any control over that. Once I turned off the oven, it was still on, and that's how it works here. But literally, it just came out of the broil. I threw the chicken wings that you saw in the end of the video into the prepping bowl with the excess sauce to give it a good shine. You know, twirl that, tossed it, and it gives it a good shine. And you know what? I'll just go ahead and show you. Sorry for all that sauce on my fingers, but you know, this is, I would say, just under charred. Of course, it's black, but I mean, that's a quality product, right? So, and here's that was our wing, of course, and this is our flat. So that's looking yummy as well. I'll go in first with our wing. Oh God, I think you kind of need that charredness to it, but again, not too much, you know. I probably would go just a tad lighter. I want to say that they were in the broil for about 25-30 seconds. I think I counted to 15 seconds, and I'm like, just a little bit more, and I should have, you know, maybe 20 seconds would have been the ideal. That's good. Flavorful, juicy. You can taste the onion and garlic, the butter and the honey definitely mellow out the Frank's Red Hot sauce. So you get maybe a slight tingle, but if you're, you know, and if you're a little more sensitive, of course it'll be spicy for you. But for me, it's just a slight tingle, very, very slight, and it's great. It really balances it out. So I think, in my opinion, it's perfect, especially for kids who, or just people in general who are not so much of, you know, a spice fan. So I'll stop talking and move on to our flat. That's awesome. I love it. I didn't have it with ranch because I just wanted to taste it as is. But with the ranch, it's probably gonna be up there. If you like what you heard and saw, definitely try out the recipe. Everyone's palate is different, so you can adjust it according to your taste. Thank you again for watching another episode of Palate. Go Niners! They're playing in the NFC Championship game, and hopefully they'll advance to. Like and subscribe, guys. Take care.